Today's our the second in our Qualtrics Workshop series, hosted by Bill Poder and the HHD conference. And again, our facilitator is Dr. Bian, who's graciously agreed to join us again. He's a research and statistic consultant in the Office for Faculty Excellence at East Carolina University, ECU. And they provide programming, consultation, the analytical support to faculty in their teaching, research, and service. And so we hope to bring some of that support to CSUN here today. So Dr. Bian, I'll hand it off to you. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so now it should be good morning. Here is like 1:30 p.m. I'm here. Okay, anyway, so I think so please go there to log in. That's your institutional Qualtrics webpage. So go there, log in Qualtrics. So the survey should be automatically saved. So you don't need to worry about, hey, my survey is saved or not, automatically saved. So go before, I go back to the survey we created yesterday. So I'm going to say something about collaboration, because yesterday I mentioned collaboration. So you see here, I have when I click shared with me, you see here, I don't know if you have this or not. When I click shared with me, it's really like those people shared their surveys with me. So you see this enter collaboration code here. So when people shares his or her survey with you, in your email, you should get collaboration code. Sometimes I don't get any code. I don't know why, but sometimes I do get code. So see here the email. This is my email. So Joshua shared his survey with me. You see that's the email from Joshua, not from Joshua, from Qualtrics. So you see collaboration code here. You can copy this one. And then go back to here. And then you see here, enter collaboration code. Just click that and then paste your code here. Then click submit. So this way you can see other people's survey. So I can see his survey. So this is from Joshua. So shared with me. So those people shared their surveys with me. You see the order here, the alphabetical order is by first name, not last name, first name. So Joshua should be here. So that's his survey. So I can see his survey. My institution, this is the situation in my institution. If somebody outside ECU shares a survey with me, I have to request to see that survey, to access that survey. I have to request. So it's not like, so anybody outside ECU shares survey with me. It's not, I cannot see that survey here. Even though I get the collaboration code, I just cannot see that survey. I have to request. I mean, I have to do request through our IT. IT department. So that's the situation in my institution. I don't know your situation. Just to let you know. So basically, it's really like the people from the same institution, they share their surveys with you, should be fine. If somebody outside your institution, maybe not okay. You have to request. So that's collaboration. Okay, let's go back to the survey we created yesterday. Let's see. I just click, you see the arrow here. Then I see your folder. You can create a new folder here. See that? Just click create new folder. So you can create your own folder here. So here I have my own folder. It's my course. So this is a health survey we created. I created actually yesterday. So you see here, status is new. Yeah, actually it's a new survey. And the response, we don't have any response. Why? Because we haven't published survey. We haven't distributed this survey. That's why from here you don't see anything. You see here, this survey is active, 14. So 14 people responded to this survey. So here, basically, responses here can give you some ideas about how many people have responded to the survey. But I don't trust the number here. I don't. I'll tell you why. So I get 14 here, 9 here, 7, 14. Anyway, so okay. Yeah, let me tell you why. Okay, why I don't trust number here? Because this number also includes preview. Remember, we did preview. Yeah, for absolutely, I need to preview my survey before I publish it. So this number includes preview, then that's not good. So I have 14 here. Maybe I previewed this survey 6 times. So actually the sample size here is 8, it's not 14. So be careful here, be careful here. I'll show you how to check how many people responded to your survey, but not from this number. This number, yes, can tell you something, but I don't trust this number. Okay, so let's open this survey we created yesterday. Okay, so this is the survey. So I'm go all the way down to the end. Okay. So we already finished everything. I mean, survey. I'll put something in, but no questions. So you see here, end of survey. Just select this box. Select this box. End of survey. So we get a message here. See the message here. We thank you for your time spent taking this survey. Blah blah blah. So this is the default message from Qualtrics, not from us. It's from Qualtrics, it's default. So I'm going to Israel. Hey, I want my own message. I don't want this. So absolutely, we can create our end of survey message. Okay, see here on the left. Please select this box. Otherwise, you cannot see this. Select this end of survey box. And then you should see something here. So end of survey message. You see the arrow here, that's by default this, click that. Let's do this, redirect to URL. So for example, after people finish my survey and then they will see another website, another survey. So we can redirect to URL. I already put this URL in. You can put anything you want. Should be the whole address of a website. I use HTTPS 3 Ws. I use ECU's website. Just redirect to this as my example. You can type anything you want. So it's a redirect to here. So that's the end of the message. So let's take a look. Let's preview this. Let's preview this. Go preview. Answer yes. And then we need this one. I'm going to answer some questions here. I'm going to do something. Okay, so basically this is the last question. So after I click that one, I should see ECU main page. Why? Redirect to another website. Click that. Then I see this web page. Yeah, so redirect to another website automatically. So this is one way. Wow, trust me, sometimes I remember somebody is really like, hey, you finish this survey, then you need to do another survey. So after you submit this survey, then go to another survey. Like that way. Okay, so we are going to. I have too many. Okay, so go back to here. So now I'm not going to redirect to URL. I'm going to create my own message. So click here, custom. So it's really like I'm going to customize the end of survey message. So here, click here. And from my library, absolutely, should be new message, new message. Click a new message. Okay, so you need to give this message a name. Could be anything. So it's like a message, my message. You can type anything you want. This is the name of this message, or maybe you just say end of survey message. So here you can type anything you want. It's like thank you. Time and support. You can type anything you want. So here, you absolutely can edit. You can edit this and make it change the size, make it bold. You can give it a different color here. Give it purple. You can center it. Thank you for your time and support. Absolutely, you can insert a picture here. No problem. No problem. You can insert a picture. I think that's the picture. Insert graphic. You can go there. So I'm going to use this. How about I upload? Browse. So it's really like you can upload a picture from your computer. Absolutely. So I'm going to do is. So let's use a picture. I'm going to upload this. A panda. Right, it's too big. I know that. I'm so sorry, but it's okay. So it's too big. So can we change the size of it? Oh yeah, we can change. Okay, I'm going to change this one to maybe 200. I don't know. Yeah, like this. Okay. So save. So that's the ending message. Absolutely, you can put a picture here. It's up to you. So click save. So that's your end of survey message. So let's take a look, preview it. Go to preview. Yes. So I'm going to answer some questions. I'll tell you why. Okay. So we go there. So this is my end of survey message. So you can absolutely create your own message if you don't want to use the default one. Okay, so that's the end of survey message. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about something like a validation. So remember we have this email address question. Remember this one? Highlight this one, select this one. So for this one, what is your ECU email address? Remember this question is a must answer question. It's a must answer question. So for this question, I'm going to put some validation here. So for example, I want people just to type ECU email address. If you type something like Hotmail, I don't know, Google, Yahoo, or something else, it's not okay. It's not okay. So only ECU email is allowed, but we don't have any control on the accuracy of the email. So my email address is bianh@ecu.edu. So if I type something like bian, forget about h@ecu.edu, I should pass. It's really like nothing wrong. The validation cannot detect the accuracy of the email. So how to do the validation here? You just highlight this one. See the left. You see add validation. Just click that. Yeah. So here we have choices here. Click that. See custom. We are going to customize the validation. Look at that. Okay. So how to validate this is really I want to see all the email addresses include ecu.edu because our email address is in that way. I mean, ECU's employees, their email address is always something at ecu.edu or something at students.ecu.edu. So this Q4 email, just email, not is equal to, should be contains, is includes what? We type something. So ecu.edu. So that's our validation. So if your email address doesn't include ecu.edu, you will get an error message. It's really, hey, this is not okay. And also ignore case. So uppercase, lowercase, it doesn't matter. We need to check this. This is very important. So otherwise, just lowercase. So if people type uppercase, so it's not okay. Ignore case. And error message. So when their email address is wrong, absolutely, we need to remind them, hey, your email address is not correct. Not correct, it's not your email address. So we need to send a message, an error message to the participant. So here, see here, choose an error message to display on failure. So we need to create an error message. So click here. So it's my library, absolutely new message. So same thing, description here is really like, you need to give a name for this message. So, well, let's see, you can type anything you want. I just put an email, for example, or maybe ECU email. So that's what this message is about. And click add validation. So we need to select the validation from the system. So what this validation about is like require a valid email address. So basically we can use something already created by Qualtrics. I mean the message, the content of a message. So this is just search, you should see that. Require valid email address. Let's use that. So actually, this is the type of error message. And you see here, we get this content. So we need to change that. Please enter a valid, I'm going to just add ECU email address. That's it. Actually, you can change the whole thing. You can delete this, put something different here. You can put your own message here. But please make it short. You know, it's a very long, like 3 sentences here. That's not good. People don't have time to read this. Your error message should be straightforward, short, to get to the point. So the email address is not correct, then just tell me this. Okay. So click create a message. Then click save. So now this question has a validation. So if some people, participants, if they put something wrong, not ecu.edu, I mean their email address doesn't include ecu.edu, and then they will get an error message. So let's test it. So we do is we go to preview. We always use preview to test your survey. Go there. I know that every time I have to answer yes, so I need to, okay, let's type something. I'm going to type my email address, ecu.ecu. So this is wrong, right? Should, because remember we said that ecu.edu. So I type ecu.edu or ecu. So ecu.ecu, this is wrong. Play that. Please enter a valid ecu email address. Yeah, this is wrong. You can type anything you want, just test it. So how about edu? Edu should be fine, right? Yeah, I see. Yeah, so edu pass. So see here, so everything in front of at, we don't have any control. Yeah, very possible the email address is wrong. You forget one character or you put actual character to your email address, so it's wrong, very possible, but we don't have any control. We can have a control on the last part, ecu.edu. So that's it for this. Any questions about this? I know the validation is a little bit maybe too much, but yes, absolutely, you can put validation there. Make sure people give you something you want. Okay, so next one, I'm going to talk about the survey options here. So click, you see here, this is a builder. What is a builder? It's the place we build our survey. So you see here, we have several things here. Click this survey options. See that? So here, in general, display name is this. Don't change anything. You see here, enter survey name to show in search results. I don't want searching machine can detect this survey. This is my research survey. I have my targeted participants. I don't want anybody just bump into this survey and then complete my survey. Not that way. So I'm not going to change anything here. For the survey description, same thing. For question number here, is show question number or not? So for example, remember we have that Q1, Q2, we have that, right? Basically, by default, participants, they won't see Q1, Q2. They won't see them. But if you put this one is on, they will see them. They will see Q1, Q2, Q3. Well, actually, personally, I don't want them to see Q1, Q2. Why? Because you give them pressure. Absolutely. Why? So here, oh, this is a question 20. Wow, I still keep going. So I have 21, 22. It's like it never ends. So you give them pressure. They don't like it. So don't show them question numbers. You don't see the question numbers. If you want to show, if you survey, hey, my survey is very short, 5 questions, absolutely no problem. To show question numbers, it's up to you. So that's in general. Click responses. Absolutely, this should be on. They should see a back button. They can go back to change their answers. So this one on. And allow respondents to finish later, yes. Customer error message, no, because what kind of message? Just forget about that. Incomplete survey, what should be done with incomplete survey responses? Record, absolutely. I know that. Some people like this, open survey, then close. Oh yeah, just open, close. Didn't answer anything. That one is missing. We treat that one, that case, as an invalid case. We call that invalid case. It's missing. But sometimes people open survey, answer several questions, and then pass. Well, we get a partial data. Sometimes the partial data, they are important. It's not like, hey, we just, hey, partial data, we don't want them. No. And trust me, you always get missing. You always. Especially if the survey is very long, you always get missing for your questions. People just pass. And also you cannot force them to answer every single question, right? No, just for consent, yes, they must answer. But for other questions, it's their choice to answer or not. So absolutely, we need to record incomplete survey responses, partial data. So how much time should pass before they are considered incomplete? Actually, I don't care about this. 1 week, fine. You can change this. And which respondent activity determines when to start a timer. Last time they added a response. Yeah, that's fine. Survey availability, leave the survey open to collect your, yeah. And so this part of what I don't need to worry about. So for example, hey, I'm finished data collection. I'm not going to collect any data. You just close the survey. I'll show you how to close the survey. Just close it. That's it. It's not available to anybody. So in active survey message, this is the default one. It's not like you don't need to create every single message. That's too much. You don't need to. This responses, click security. Available to everyone, absolutely available to everyone. Yes, you can use invitation here. Well, but I think available to everyone. Well, trust me, when you look at the Qualtrics link, the survey link, is really the URL is very bizarre, very bizarre. I don't think other people, if they don't know this link, they can access this survey. I don't think so. I don't know who would like to access Qualtrics surveys. I don't know, maybe that person is a pervert, I don't know. So anyway, so the URL actually is a very strange URL. And people, they won't know this. You will see the URL. When we preview, you will see the URL so strange. So we don't need to worry about this part. Password protection, yes, you can create a password. But the problem is you need to tell your participants. You need to. And the people, trust me, especially you have like baseline data collection and post-test data collection. You tell people at the baseline, hey, this is the password. And the post-test, hey, we use the same password. Or maybe you tell people. Some people, they would forget. I don't remember the password. I have to go back to my email to check the password. But yeah, I don't want to do it. Then they won't complete your survey. So it's up to you. Yes, you can use password, no problem, but you have to tell your participants the password. Add a referral, no. Prevent multiple submission, yes. For this one, I think this one is hard to control. I mean, Qualtrics will do that for us. So for example, hey, I sit in my office, then I complete a survey, and then I'll go back home, I do it again. You cannot prevent this. I don't think Qualtrics can prevent this. I think maybe, I guess, Qualtrics uses IP address to control for something. But if you change your location, a little bit difficult. But if you don't change your location, you just use the same browser. I just use this one. I complete twice or 3 times, you will see, because later on I'll show you. Yes, Qualtrics can prevent that. It's real. I use same browser. I do twice or 3 times. That's impossible. So put this one on. I don't care about this. Upload the file access only user with the permission. Yes. So those we don't need to worry about. Oh, this one, don't record respond IP address, location data, and contact information. This one you can put it on. Why? Because okay, I put this off. Why? I'll show you. Because in data, you will get people's IP address. Yes, and also location data. The location data, they are coordinates. I don't have any ideas. Maybe some people they have some ideas. I don't have any ideas. When you see the location data, I'll show you. But that's the security. Let's see, post survey. Send a thank you email. Well, you can send a thank you email right after they complete a survey. But we don't do this in here. Why? Because I don't think so. Not good. This is not a good way to do so. Message for revisiting a complete survey. No, I already said that. Don't create too many messages. Because really, message 1, message 2, end of survey message, and message 3. So like 3 messages. And also we have that validation. So 4 messages, just too many. So message for revisit, we don't care. If you revisit complete survey, fine. Okay, so here I'm going to talk about email triggers. So the email trigger, how to create an email trigger. So here we can use an email trigger to send a thank you email. Absolutely. But we have condition here. You need to know people's email addresses. If you don't know, cannot do it. If you don't, I don't know people's email address, then you cannot create this email trigger. Remember, we had that question in our survey. We had that question, email address question. Email, you give me ECU email address. Then I'm going to use that question to create this email trigger. Okay, click this ID trigger. So the subject is a health survey. Actually, you can change the subject here. So for example, this is like a thank you email. So you can do is this thank you. And here, to email address is not my email. No. To email address, move this one to here. Reply to my email. To email should be participants' email addresses. See? So how to know participants' email addresses? We are going to use the question we created in the survey, the email question. So here there is a trick here. Okay, we are going to use piped text. Remember last time I showed you how to use a piped text. Okay, so see this is like a JavaScript. Click that. So it is survey question. Which one? Email. Email. Okay, hold on. So here, email. So that's you see here. So that's a question for choice text entry, because that's a text entry box. Text entry value is really the response to this question. So what I'm going to do is copy this one, or you just drag this one to here. Okay, there's a cut. Put this one, paste to here. So it's really like depends on the email address, then we just send this thank you email to people, to the participants. From name, you can put your name here, my name here. And then here, absolutely, you can type something. It's really like, thank you. survey, blah, blah, blah. And I always change the size because I think always this is too small. So you can change the color, it's up to you. So that's an email trigger. Don't forget this. Here, include the response. So what's the meaning of that? Is that person, absolutely remember this is after people submit your survey, they will get this message, email message. So include response is really like you show that person what kind of responses they did for your survey. So it's really like their answers to your survey questions. You give them a summary of their responses to your survey questions. Well, actually, no, I don't want to give you that. This is up to you. Why? Because it will be very long. There's many answers here. So I'm going to uncheck this. So know your answers to the questions included in this email. Absolutely send it immediately. So save triggers. Don't forget this. If you don't save triggers, nothing will happen. So save triggers. So now we have this email trigger. So let's test it. Go to preview. Yes. I'm going to answer a question here. Okay. So this part, I need to put the correct email address, my email address. Because I'm going to get what? A post survey email. That's from the email trigger, right? See the back button is here. Okay. Okay. So I finished my survey. Let's look at my email. Not yet. Here we go. So that's the email from email trigger. You see here, thank you for completing our survey. Yep, it works. Okay. So that's email trigger. All right, here, I'm going to talk about quota. So click quotas. I'm not going to talk about scoring because you don't need that. Maybe you need, but no, I don't think so. Most of the times, So go here. So we are going to add quotas here. So what's the meaning of this? It's really like, so for example, I only need 20 cases. I remember the last time I talked about that, we use Qualtrics to collect the registration data. It's really like people register for our workshops using a Qualtrics survey. So sometimes our workshop, we have a quota. It's like only 20 people are allowed in this workshop, only 20 people, no more than that. So absolutely, we set up a quota. So here, you see here, we have add a quota here, just click that. You see new quota, give your quota a name. It doesn't matter, just maybe one. You can give any name you want. And also here, you see here, there's like 100 people. So like after 100, I won't collect any data. After 100, you will get a message for like, it's not available anymore. So here, because for the teaching purpose, I'm going to set up this like a 2, because we are going to test it. If we put 100 there, it's like today, I won't go home. So So like just 2. Maybe we can use 1. Let's use 1. Just 1. So it's really like only 1 person is allowed to complete our survey. And here, but we need to use something to control that, right? It's really like we have a timer, like a not timer, like a how to say that? It's really that we need to use something to count it. It's like, okay, 1, 2, 3. We need something. So here, simple logic quota, use that. And we're going to use question, our survey question, to control that. So you see question, select question. Actually, we can use this direction question. Why? Because this is a consent question, and the people must answer this question. Well, but today you can try that. Absolutely, it's fine. You can use that. So I'm going to show you how to use email. This email question, because this is also must answer question. It seems like you have to use a must answer question to do that. Otherwise, because sometimes people I just pass. I don't want to answer this question, then you won't count that. So let's do that. So I want to show something else. The select choice is email. Not equal to like the contents. So how to count that contents ECU.edu? Why? Because only ECU email address is allowed. That's 1. But if you use direction question, we just do what? Yes. When yes is selected, if we use direction, actually this is much better than email. But I want to use email because I'll show you something else. Here, I'm going to type ECU.edu, and also ignore case. So here, we use this one to control, to count, hey, 1 person registers, and 2nd person registers, something like that. And also under current survey, for this one, we need to tell people, for example, hey, I only allow 20 people, right? So then 21st person, wants to complete this survey, you need to send a message to that person. It's really high. So sorry, you just cannot complete this survey. So we need to customize the message here. So click that. So we do is just absolutely use our own message. And then click here. Go to my library. Same thing. It's like a new message. So here is just quota 1. You can type anything you want. So here you just tell people. I don't know what kind of message. Maybe seeds. Maybe you may register this session next time, for example. So maybe we are sorry, Well, anyway, you can type anything you want. I always make it bigger. So something like this. This is the quota message. So save. And then click OK. Okay, so be careful here. Same thing. You see here, you have a save button here. Please do it, otherwise it won't work. So save. So we have a quota now for this survey. Let's test it. I'm going to go to preview. Remember, only 1 person is allowed. Only 1 person. So next. So it's BIANH. I always answer everything because I'll tell you why. Okay, so that's the first one. So second one, I'm going to restart service. I don't know if a restart service should be fine or not. Let's see. So yes, next. Next one. See. So I get this error message. Not error message. Just tell you, sorry, you cannot keep going. You see here, I still can finish the consent question. I mean the question 1, question 2, and question 3. And after question 4, I mean email address that question because we use that question to control the number of participants. See, so then I get this message. What kind of problem we have now? You see here, this is the first one. I get this one. Remember, we have an email trigger after survey thank you email. So I get this one, the first one, that's good. But also the second one, I also get this one. Well, actually, we don't want to send this one to the second person. Why? Because you don't have any chance to complete our survey. So it's not like we are now going to thank you. It's true, we don't want to send the wrong message to you. This thank you for completing our survey. No, you even don't have any chance to do so. So how to fix the problem here? Back to survey here. So we're going to fix this one. Fix this email trigger. So edit the triggers here. Go back to edit the triggers. Go back to here. So absolutely, we work on the same trigger. So click this one. You don't need to add another trigger. This one. So you see here. Do you see add a condition here? Add a condition. So yeah, we have a condition. Add a condition. Send an email on survey complete question. Sorry, question. Not question, I'm sorry. Should be quota. When quota has not been met. So this is quota 1, our quota. You have to point out is that quota. Has not been met. Then you get this thank you email. So after that, so sorry, please don't send that email, thank you email to other people. So save triggers. Yeah. That way, that's why you need to put a condition in. So this email trigger, yeah, when you have a quota, also you use the condition to control your quota, and you also control your email trigger. So you have to do something. I need to go back to quota. You see here. So 1 is allowed. Actually, we already got 2. Yeah, absolutely. So recite this one. Oh, I'm just click this. So change this one to what? To 100. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, why? Because I'll preview this survey again. So I don't want to. It's really. I'm so sorry. You cannot complete this survey. I don't want to get that message. So and then that's 100 and save. Should be fine. Okay. So that's a quota. So any questions about this? I know a little bit complicated, especially we put the condition to the trigger, email trigger. Okay, so is everybody okay? Okay, good. Okay, so now I want to see something about message that I forgot. So for the message here is, hey, remember we created, I think, quota message, error message, I mean the email validation, and end of survey message. So sometimes it's really, hey, I want to edit my messages. Where to go? Yeah, it's actually in Qualtrics is really bizarre. So the place we should go is, you see 3 lines here, menu, click here, go to library. So, and also click this message library. Then you see, remember my message is issue email, that's issue email message. Remember the validation. Quota is the quota message. My message is end of survey message. So it doesn't matter which one. We have this like a setting symbol here. You can click arrow here. You can view message, rename message, edit message, copy message, translate message, and delete message. So let's edit the message, or you just click this. Oh, I'm sorry, close. Click this, edit the message. So here, that's the edit message. Let's edit this one. So this is the end of survey message. So you can edit message here. You can do something here. Absolutely, you can change the wording, the font size, blah, blah. You can do anything you want. So this way, we can edit our messages. So the place is really bizarre. So, so it's from here and then library here. Remember last time for one question, we upload a file, right? So people can download the file. So if you go to files library, you should see that file. Remember, yeah, CSS, yes, you should see that. If you go to graphics library, remember I also uploaded a picture. Yeah, that's the picture I uploaded. So you see them, so files, pictures, messages, they are all in library, stored in library. Okay, so go back to our survey. All we do is, you see here, go to projects. And then this is the survey. Okay, now we are already, very, very good shape. So we are going to what? Distribute our survey. So go back to here. Actually, we can distribute survey in several ways. You see here, 3 dots here. Actually, we can do is activate. Or you just, go here. Just publish. See? Then publish. So this is the link. You see the link here. You can copy the link. You can send the link using your Outlook to your participants. No problem. You can do this way. So this is the link. So click OK. Well, here, let me tell you, every single time when you make a change, so for example, here, what is your year? The years actually just same thing. Every single time you make a change to your question, you have to republish. I really hate this feature. Sometimes you just forget. You have to see here, actually the same thing. I have to publish again. Publish. Okay. So maybe your question is, hey, I saw the link. Where is my link? Oh, I haven't copied my link. So don't worry about it. Go to distributions here, see distributions here. Okay, and then go to anonymous link. This is the link. It won't change and is always here. It's always here. So you don't need to worry about it. It's like, hey, that is my link. I know. You always can go to distributions, anonymous link. You will see this link. Okay, so when we distribute survey, actually, okay, I'm debating right now. I'll talk about this again. I'll talk about how to distribute survey in Qualtrics. I'll talk about that. So first, I want to talk about the data. I think because the data is more important than that. So I want to talk about data first. Okay, so we get this link. I'm going to use a copy survey link. So I'm going to use this link to complete this survey. So I already did it. I already copied it. I go here, browser, paste the go. So this is from me, yes. I'm going to give an email address. Answer question here. Sure. Type something. 0, 1, 0. Yeah. This. Okay. I already finished it. So I'm going to close it. I'll do it again. So I only do twice. That's it. I go here, paste, and go. Let's see what will happen. You have either already complete the survey or your session has expired. What's the problem here? Because I'm using the same browser. Qualtrics can detect that. It's really like, remember we checked that. Prevent multiple completions. So I'm going to do is, see what will happen. Close this. I'm going to use another browser. Let's see here. So, I'm going to use this browser and paste. See, I can do it. Even I'm sitting in the same place, so I can do twice or 3 times, many times. So that so Qualtrics cannot really prevent multiple completions. I'll show you how to prevent that. Okay, so yes. Okay. Okay. So I'm done here. Now I'm going to show you the data. So we go to, when you want to see the data first, I want to go back to survey. Let's go to the projects. Let's see the here. So responses are like a 10. I did how many times? Twice. Oh, we get 10 here. What happened? 8 previews. So I hate that. So that's why I said this. I don't trust the number here because this number cannot show you how many people have completed the survey. Not good. Okay, so what I trust, I can do is I can from here I can go to, I'm not going to do that way. I can go to data and analysis, or I just open survey. Then I go to data and analysis. I'll go here. So I'm going to download my data. Today, I'm not going to talk about results and reports. Why? Because that's my personal opinion. I don't trust anything here. I don't trust the results from Qualtrics. No, I'm going to use my own data. And the reports, no. So especially, previews are included. Previews are included. They are not the part of the data. Just my preview, my preview, my survey, right? My preview of my survey. So that's why I don't trust the results from here and the reports. So you see here, you have export import. Click that. Absolutely export data. So when you export data, the by default is CSV data. When you say CSV data, comma, separate values data. What kind of data is that? You don't need to do anything. I think I have it. There we go. This is the data. This is a comma separated value. This is the CSV data look like. We have used a comma to separate our responses and the variable name. We have variable. The first row is a variable. Is a variable row. The first row must be variable row. Let me emphasize this. It doesn't matter what kind of data. The first row must be variable row. Okay, so that's a CSV. So here, what I'm going to download, numeric values. Well, it depends. It depends. Sometimes I, download choice text. Why? When I do data analysis using Excel, I try to get something quicker results. I mean, not like a frequency, that's it, or might be cross apps. That's it. I'm not going to run something like statistical tests. Maybe I just download choice text. But for if you want to do more advanced data analysis, you should download numeric values. Download coding. So that's the CSV data. Let's download it. So you see more options here. I uncheck this one. Don't give me a zip file because my data is not huge. And also because it happens, I don't know if a Qualtrics company has fixed this problem. When I download a zip file, it's empty. So that's why I uncheck this one. Don't compress my data file. So I uncheck this one. So nothing here. Just download CSV. Okay, let's see this. When you get a CSV file, here is my suggestion. Instantly save this one as an Excel file. Instantly. You should do that instantly. So I'm not going to do this. You see here, we got 3 variable rows. So first one is Q1, Q2. Second one, that's, remember, our labels. That's why I see very short. Good, good. And we don't need all of them. So let's just keep this one, the second one, the label one. So we can delete this row. Absolutely, we don't need this one. Okay, you only need 1 variable row, okay? Not 2, not 3, only 1. So let's see what we have here. That's, you see here, we see people's IP address. They are my IP addresses. We see the progress. What's the meaning of this? Sometimes we use this one to judge whether or not the people finish everything. This number is not so trustworthy. Why? It happened. People just they open your survey, they answer maybe 2 questions, then they go through the whole survey. So will be 100%, but they only answer maybe first 2 questions. They really pass all other questions, but they go through the whole survey. So this is 100%, but you see a lot of missing. Yeah, I really passed several questions, but it is all 100. So don't trust the number here, but still you can use this number to check the number here, maybe make a decision. You can check missing actually. So here that's the progress, 100%. Actually, 100 means percent. And also you get this, you see here, that's a location. Remember I said that coordinates, no idea, location. So the distribution, this variable actually is very important. Why? Because you can tell they are all preview. You need to remove them. They are absolutely, they won't be in your data analysis. You don't want them. Actually, they are your data. Here, no. Remember, I have eight previews. Only 2 valid cases here. Okay, so look at here. Then I get my email address, and I get a coding here. Remember, we downloaded numeric values. Absolutely, we get a coding. Look at the risk question. That's what I said. When you download CSV data, and this risk question is a check all that apply. You only get one single variable, but we have this comma separated. Because I choose more than one answer. See that? Problem is you have to separate them. In Excel is doable. We go to data. You can use text to columns. You can separate them. But it's not that, it's not just separate them. No, it's not. It's more complicated than that. So complicated. But today I'm not going to talk about this, but just to let you know, in CSV, you get only one single variable. Remember last time I said you should get several variables, 6 variables, but now it's only one single variable. They all use a comma to separate values, so you need to separate them. Okay, for weight, yeah, 3 variables, remember, we need to combine them. That's challenging as well. And for the drug use, yes, we should, is a matrix variable. Yeah, we also get 3 variables. Yeah, absolutely, because we have 3 statements. Smoking, frequency of smoking, quantity, and the health. So this is CSV data. CSV data. Okay. Okay, let's see. How about SPSS data? Okay, I'm going to export data. Then I get this SPSS data. So for SPSS data, is by default you get numeric values. So just download. It's so slow. Okay, it's coming. Okay, so for this SPSS data, for this data set, you see here a variable view here. We get the risk is Q6 is risk. We get 6 variables. And also we get a coding value. Today is all about coding. One is white, and that's it. Because then we have what? 1 and missing. You see here for the weight, we also get 3 variables. For drug use, yeah, that's a matrix. So we get 3 variables. And also you see coding here. 1 is yes, 2 is no. Yeah, it's really good. We have coding here. Actually, very important. For this coding, health status 1 to 5. Perfect. So let's look at data view here. This is a race variable. Q61. This is white, black, 3, I don't remember. Anyway, so you see here, if you didn't choose this one, it's missing. If you chose this one, is 1. See? So that's the data we get. So you need to do is you need to remove all the previews. We don't want them. I don't see, yeah, all the previews. You need to do. That's why I don't trust the number over there. I don't trust the number here. That's why I don't trust the number here. Okay, so I'll talk about one more thing that we are done. Okay, how to distribute survey inside Qualtrics. Why we do that? Because we have more control. I'll tell you. Okay, so before we distribute survey in Qualtrics, we need to create a contact list. So the condition here is you need to know participants' email addresses. If you don't know, cannot do it. So we need to go these 3 lines again. Go to directories. And then click this list here. List. Yeah. And also you see here, create a list. Actually, Qualtrics changes name here. Before is a contact, here is a list. Actually, I prefer contact. Click that. You give your contact list. Actually, what is about? The list actually is a file stores your participants' email addresses. So give this list a name. So my participants, for example. Confirm. So we're going to upload a file. So you can use we're going to use an example file from Qualtrics. So click upload a file. And also you see download a sample template. So use this template, just download it. And click it. It's a CSV file. So keep this, the type of file is CSV. Don't change that one to Excel. Take a look. So you should have first name, last name, email. Actually, delete them. So I only want the first name, last name, and the email. Well, what kind of problem here? The problem is first name, last name, email. They will be in your data. They will be. Oh yeah, they are identifiers. Talk to IRB people before you do this. But why we need this in our data? Because from email is, I already said that, is a unique identifier. So we can control, after you get email, you can control who complete your survey more than one time. You will know because you see the same email address twice or 3 times. We have more control. So let's save this one. I'm going to save as still CSV. So I'm going to upload that file to here. I already have my list CSV file. I'm going to upload to Qualtrics. So select the file. So it should be on the desktop. Should be this one. Open. Okay. So here you see the blue button here, next. So you see here, you see people's names, last name, first name. I don't know why I only have 3 fields. I have no idea. Just upload the file. So add your context. Okay. So it takes time. You see import context. So we do is here, why we need this contact list. Okay, don't worry about this part because I have other contact list. So we go back to our survey here, go back to projects. This one. So this is my survey. I'm going to distribute this survey inside Qualtrics. It's not like I'm going to use my Outlook. I just copy the survey link and paste to the message box and send the email to everybody. No, not that way. So we are going to use Qualtrics to distribute survey. So go to distributions. Click emails. And click compose email. Okay. Now you can select your contacts here. I'm going to select. So from list. Well, do I have that? Yeah, my participants. Just select that. Actually, it's empty. Oh yeah, it's not. So everybody. Fair. So I have 10 contacts here. So that's so just one single time send this email to everybody. And then send when you can make decision here, send it now. Subject, type something here. It's just tell people it's my survey or anyway. You can say anything else. So here, your survey link is already embedded here. You don't need to copy and paste link. Actually, you just use a box here to say something to your participants. Tell them the purpose of the survey, who you are, blah, blah, short, make it short. Then send in hour or send it now. You can send it. So this way, you send the survey to everybody from Qualtrics. And in your data, you will get their names and their email addresses. Or maybe you don't have name, you can remove names, just email addresses. So from email address, that's a unique identifier. You can, this is really good, especially for you have like a baseline, intervention, post-test, that kind of research design, that kind of research study, actually identifier matching variable is very important. So I'm going to cancel this. So let's see, if you use Qualtrics to distribute survey, what kind of benefits you have. Actually, I'm going to show you something. I go to projects. So I'm going to my surveys. So for example, I survey something, I survey people. Okay, that's fine. So I go to distributions. So this survey, yes, I use Qualtrics to distribute my survey. When I go to emails here, then you get a message here, show details. You see here how many emails I sent. 0 email failed. 13 survey study, unfortunately, only 14 people responded. 13 survey finished, actually only 13, and 0 emails bounced. So it's sometimes here, it happened before, your email addresses, people's email addresses are not correct. So you will get something here. It's really like, hey, you have duplicates and how many emails bounced. Absolutely, you can send reminder here. You see here, schedule reminder. So this reminder only goes to people who haven't finished your survey. So that's the benefit. It's really good. You can send many reminders. I know that 2 actually they are enough. So you can do something like this. So yeah, about look, just quickly, if you go to, yeah, we still have people here. Yeah, that's a good. So because I forget that, you see, look and the feel here. We can go there. So here, actually, this ECU theme. We use ECU theme. What you don't use, you see that? You don't use, it's really like you don't have any logo here. But for a professional survey, we prefer we have logo. I prefer that. So we use ECU. Suddenly background is, we have control for background. You see that? It's not gray anymore. So here, layout, cancel. Yeah, we have some, we have control here. Yeah, that's bizarre. Because before, I don't, it's a gray layout. We don't have any control for the layout. So this is a recommended layout. Yeah, we can do something. You can choose. Also general. So the next button, actually, we already have next button. You can do is, you can have a progress bar without text. And you can put how many questions per page. You can do that. 2 questions or 1 question or 3 questions. Style, supreme color. Here you can do CSS. That's HTML code. I have something here is like this. So for example, I just quickly do that. So for example, hover. So when the mouse hover the link, then it change color to orange. Do that. This. So you see here, that's the, oh, we don't have a link here. That's the problem. We don't, because this is a different survey. So anyway, we can use that. So motion here, you can change that one to slide. You can give a motion. Logo, we want ECU logo. That's fine. Background. So here you can change the background actually, because I thought we cannot. Actually, we can. So here, let's see. Let me go back to the survey we created. This one. Actually, we can change. I thought we cannot. Actually, we can. Yeah. So for example, yeah, you see here, that's a really we need to select theme first, then we can change. So for this style, I'm going to put this one in. Then you see when you hover, this one changes to orange. So that's the CSS can control the styles of your website. Actually, the not just a website, actually the components of your website. So here, this the code here is really just change the color of my link when the mouse hover it. See that? See that? Yeah, motion, we can change that one to maybe slide. And then you need to do is apply. So you can test it. So this should be good. Oh. So when you test this one, yes, I changed the layout. I think it is a layout. I don't like it. So, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you see, please undervalid this email. So that's the look thing. So we need to well, I mean, you can change the look of your survey. So actually, I don't prefer this one. I want to use the default one. I don't like this. This is really not so good. It's really preset. I don't know what is the preset. So anyway, so that's you can play with it for the look of your survey. CSS actually is very powerful. You can use CSS to control not just a link, so many things: table, color, background, so many things. Yeah, I think that's the one I didn't talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had chatted earlier too. The CSUN has their branding colors as well. So,
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can do something absolutely.
I encourage folks to play around with it because it's really
yeah. right, you need to do it, then maybe then you will have questions. So, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so I look forward to sharing out the recordings of the sessions.
Okay.
You can find recordings of Dr. Bian's other workshops at the website that's in the chat box. If you have any questions, feel free to
Email me.
raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, or email us, definitely.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us, and have a great rest of the conference and the day.